Staying with the story, getting in breaking inputs, DK Shivakumar has said that no one has called me to Delhi. That's a big revelation coming in this amid reports where, remember, it was being told that High Command may ask DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah both to march towards the national capital after the decision is taken by the Congress High Command today itself. Reports are also indicating that High Command is extremely miffed with the part Tussle, but let's also listen in to what the latest reaction from Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister has been.
ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ 50 ವರ್ಷದ ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿ ಅಕ್ಕಾಪಡೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮುಂಬೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೊಂದು ಖಾಸಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ. ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈಗ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಹೋಗಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ವಾಪಸ್.
All right, so let's quickly go across to Rohini, who brings us that reaction. Rohini, this is on expected lines. Remember, there's no clear-cut decision taken as yet by the Congress High Command.
Well, see, we can hear very clearly that Moneycontrol Kharge has said that he will get all of them on the same table. That is, the Deputy Chief Minister, Chief Minister and the High Command will discuss. Now, this is something there's not given a date to, but they are definitely now, they're quite decisive about the fact that now this needs to be resolved on priority. Because this muscle flexing on one hand, this power tussle that we are seeing, and the image of the Congress, not just in Karnataka but across the country as well, is getting dented because of this infighting that we are seeing. Number two, we're also having several MLAs who are supporters of DK Shivakumar making a beeline to Delhi, trying to meet the High Command there, saying that they're looking at an appointment with Sonia Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi as well. We're also looking at some of the leaders who are supportive of Siddaramaiah himself, who are also looking at heading towards Delhi. So they do not want this entire thing. They said, let's finish it off and have a discussion across the table. Now, this is important. Also, priority on the top of the mind of the High Command is also to bring about a gag order. Because all this political messaging, all these comments and statements that are being made, not just by the Chief Minister or the Deputy Chief Minister, but their supporters as well, is affecting the entire process. And more importantly, what is also hurting and what I've been told from the Chief Minister's camp as well, is development has taken a backseat and so has governance. So right now they need to resolve this issue. We have had many serious, even the Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister saying that a decision will come out. But this statement that is being made that DK Shivakumar is going to Bombay clearly says that things are going to roll as and when the High Command calls them. And they're ready to listen to the High Command and what they say. They've repeatedly said that and reiterated. The ball is finally in the court of the High Command in Delhi.
All right. Many thanks to you, Rohini, for bringing us all those latest inputs. But staying with Karnataka as our top focus this hour, what we're also learning is that Satish Jarkioli has sent out his assurances that the issue will be resolved at the earliest. This, remember, as the High Command is also supposed to be discussing this today, and only based on what they decide, whether it is Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi or even Rahul Gandhi, depending on that decision that is made there, they will then be asking Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar to be moving towards the national capital. But Satish Jarkioli, not mincing any words, he's of course gone on to say that the issue will be resolved soon. How soon? Remember, time is of the essence because we all know that the winter session is around the corner, and Satish Jarkioli is also somebody who is being wooed by DKS's camp. As remember, there was a late night meeting just a day ago between DKS and Satish Jarkioli. Let's listen to what he's had to say.
जल्दी हो जाएंगे सीएम साहब डीसीएम साहब उसको हल करने के लिए सब लोगों ने रिक्वेस्ट किया है शायद जल्द से जल्द खत्म हो जाएंगे.
All right, let's quickly go across to Afreen, who will add more perspective to that news story. So, Afreen, the reaction coming in from Satish Jarkioli is also extremely critical given that time is of the essence.
Well, absolutely, Akansha. We need to understand here that this particular issue has been festering for quite some time now. And now not only has it dented the Congress's image in Karnataka, it's also giving ammunition to the BJP to attack the government here in Karnataka, telling them that, this particular issue of the power tussle between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah has led them to neglecting the people of the state, neglecting the governance, and this has become a sort of show that it's never ending. Now, the Congress High Command needs to put stop to it, like Siddaramaiah had earlier told, that this confusion needs to be put an end to. DK Shivakumar, on the other hand, has also clarified that nobody has called him to Delhi. He's going to remain in Bengaluru today and tomorrow. So it needs to be seen that when the High Command is going to summon both the leaders. Earlier today, both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar had told that, if the High Command calls them, then they're going to go to Delhi. But it looks like nobody has been called as of now. We need to wait and see what's going to happen when the Gandhi family or Mallikarjun Kharge summons both these leaders, to put an end to this confusion and to this chatter around the change of Chief Minister's post in Karnataka.
All right, many thanks to you, Afreen, for bringing us all those latest inputs. This is our top story this hour. Remember, developments have been happening as we speak, but important to put this into perspective, which means what are the options that will be discussed by the High Command as Sidda and DKS are called in to Delhi, or rather reports indicating that they may be called in. First and foremost, they will want to keep the leaders from both camps, that is Siddaramaiah's camp and DK Shivakumar's camp. How will they do that? Well, they will be issuing a gag order most likely. Secondly, they could also defer the cabinet reshuffle this until the budget presentation, which is all set to take place in March of 2026. They could also ask Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar to prove the numbers, which means that this could now make both the camps stand at square one. At the same time, no change of guard, but 2028 poll planning under DK Shivakumar could be perhaps the Congress High Command's way of honouring Shivakumar and his role when it comes to their victory in Karnataka that happened 2.5 years ago. At the same time, the other option is that Kharge and Sidda could trade posts as leader of opposition, and that may also perhaps be able to pacify both sides. Top brass are going to take this call on relieving Kharge of his national duties. What could that in fact mean? Let's take that forward with Rohini Swami, who continues to stay with us on the broadcast. So, Rohini, weigh in on the options and what seems to be the most realistic one, or the most biggest possibility, keeping the concern of timing in mind.
What we're given to understand is, as of now, what is in the mind of the High Command is clearly to try and see if they can resolve this entire messaging. That is the gag order which we have been discussing about. Secondly, change of guard or even cabinet reshuffle may be pushed all the way to January or to March. And we have also given to understand that they have to not, the fact that change of guard means it's going to be a shake-up in the Congress government, and that is not going to bode well for the Congress as a party in the state, especially when they're going to the 2028 elections. And we've heard this time and again from DK Shivakumar himself also saying they were looking at winning that election as well. If they need to do that, they need to show a united front. But this disjointed, disunited front that is being seen while they're in governance itself is affecting them. The other options that we have been showing in terms of how power sharing can take place, in terms of possibly even trying to ask Mallikarjun Kharge to possibly step in, is because of the supporters of Mallikarjun Kharge also saying that he could be looked as an option. One thing we know for sure, that Siddaramaiah, for the fact that he has led the government in 2013 to 2018 as Chief Minister for a full 5 years, was a leader who had governed, and then when it came to the next elections in 23, it was a dual role, with DK Shivakumar as the Congress chief leading everybody ahead, and after much discussion, the High Command decided that Siddaramaiah will be the face and the Chief Minister because of the way the supporters or the numbers of MLAs, the support he got. But now they're looking at possibly DK Shivakumar leading this entire poll if at all the change of leadership does not take place, with no interference at all and a complete support from the Siddaramaiah faction. There are multiple options they have to weigh in. But the Congress looking at number one, that they feel that the image of the party is getting dented heavily. Development is taking a backseat for now. It is giving the opposition, the BJP and JDS, enough ammunition to target them, and possibly a lot of we're seeing a lot of back channel talk also taking place. So everybody weighing their options here, but clearly the Congress wants to, as possible, try and keep their government in place, not just in Karnataka, but show this as a role model for other states as well.
All right, stay with me, Rohini. We are getting in more breaking inputs as we speak. In fact, reactions continue to come in from both the camps. The latest one is that of Yatindra Siddaramaiah, the son of the Karnataka Chief Minister, saying that his father will remain the CM for 5 years and there is no need for any chief ministerial change or any talk of a transfer of power. Is that genuinely a possibility right now? Let's also listen into what Yatindra Siddaramaiah has got to say.
ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗಂತೂ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗಂತೂ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಆಗಿ MLA ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅಂತೂ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ದೂರಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಗರಣ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಡಳಿತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, MLAಗಳು ಅವ್ರ ಪರವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬದಲಾಯಿಸುವಂಥ ಅಗತ್ಯ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಏನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಪದವಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಂತವ್ರು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವೇನೇ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಸರಿ ಇರೋದು. ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೋತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಅನ್ಸೋದು ಖಂಡಿತ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ 5 ವರ್ಷ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾರೆ.
All right, let's quickly go across to Afreen Hussain for more details on that news story. Afreen, remember, this is not the first time such a big statement is coming in from Yatindra Siddaramaiah. But what could this mean and how could this go down with the High Command, this when they've made it amply clear that the final decision will only be taken by them?
Well, absolutely. You know, we have to understand that Yatindra Siddaramaiah is obviously going to back his father to remain in his office for 5 years. And exactly that's what Yatindra has said. He said that personally, if you consider his opinion, he thinks that there is no need for a change in the chief minister's post in Karnataka. And he says that Siddaramaiah will continue as the full-term chief minister. He clearly denies knowing anything about the issue of leadership change being discussed repeatedly in the state. He says that he's not aware of any earlier discussions about power sharing as well. So we need to understand that he's putting an end to all this chatter that's going around about the 50-50 power sharing deal that has apparently happened between Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar when the Congress government came to power in Karnataka in May 2023. He says that he's not aware of any earlier discussions about